Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're reading Liberty Civil Rights Road Trip. Liberty woke up from a nap on the bus. "Are we there yet, Mom?" "Not yet," said her mother. "We have a few hours left." "Where is there again?" Liberty asked. Her mom chuckled. "The first stop is Jackson, Mississippi." "Is Jackson where we crossed the bridge that you and Daddy told me about?" "Not yet. Not until Selma." "I can't wait," said Liberty. "I love bridges." Liberty turned and saw all the friendly people she'd met when they boarded the bus together in Dallas, Texas. Miss Rachel, with her long locks, sat next to Mr. Adam. Miss Alia sat in front of Dr. Glenn and near other new friends. The driver was Mr. Joe. Liberty's mom, dad, brother, and sister were on the bus, and so was her friend Abdullah and his family. Everyone was ready for their civil rights road trip. Liberty was glad Abdullah was with her. She always called him her cousin, even though they weren't related. They sat together playing games as hills, lakes, rivers, and trees passed by. A long time later, Abdullah asked, "Mom, are we there yet?" "We're here," said his mom. "Welcome to Jackson, Mississippi." The bus stopped at a small house, and everyone piled out. Liberty liked the house's aqua color, which reminded her of the ocean. "Whose house is this?" she asked. Miss Rachel said, "Medgar Evers lived here a long time ago. He was a brave soldier in World War II, and he later worked for Black people to have the right to vote here in Mississippi." "My mom and dad take me with them to vote," Liberty exclaimed. "Mine too," said Abdullah. After everyone had visited the house and heard more about Medgar Evers, the bus left for the next stop. As the miles passed, Liberty saw how the land changed from dark brown to nearly red. "Are we almost there, Dad?" she asked. "Yes, Liberty, we're here," said her dad. "Welcome to Glendora, Mississippi." The bus stopped at a building Liberty thought looked like a giant metal barn. Her dad told her that this place had been a cotton gin, where seeds were removed from cotton after it was picked. They were here to remember a boy named Emmett Till, whose death years ago had inspired many others to stand up for the rights of Black people. Liberty was surprised that Emmett hadn't been much older than her brother. As everyone heard more about Emmett Till, Liberty and Abdullah curled up in their mother's arms. It had been a long day. The next morning, after a good night's rest, the bus rolled on. Soon, Mr. Joe announced from the driver's seat, "We're here. Welcome to Memphis, Tennessee." As the bus stopped, Liberty saw a building with many matching doors, each with a different number. A large round wreath hung near number 306. As everyone looked quietly at door 306, Liberty's mom told her that this was the place where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had been killed. Liberty felt sad when she remembered that Dr. King had children who were just like her, and then she thought about what Dr. King had done to help bring people together. Her dad had told her about Dr. King's dream for a better day when everyone would be treated equally. Liberty liked the sound of Dr. King's deep voice. She'd heard it on a recording of his "I Have a Dream" speech. As everyone looked around, she and Abdullah took turns trying to sound like Dr. King. They couldn't help laughing. Even though the Lorraine Motel was a serious place, Liberty imagined that Dr. King had liked to laugh, just like her dad did with her. Hours later on the bus, Mr. Adam nudged Liberty and Abdullah awake. "We're here. Welcome to Birmingham, Alabama. We're at the 16th Street Baptist Church." As everyone left the bus, Liberty saw many stairs she could hardly wait to climb across the street from a park full of trees. "Can we go play?" asked Abdullah. "Only after we pay our respects," said his mom. As they walked in, Liberty heard someone say that 4 girls had died at the church when a bomb went off a long time ago. She did not like that at all. "Who were those girls?" Liberty asked. "They were friends who went to Sunday school together, and they sang in the children's choir," said Mr. Adam. "I'm sure they liked to have fun together, but some people did not like that Black people worshipped and fought for justice here." "No one should be hurt in a church," Abdullah said. "That's true," Abdullah, said his dad, "and no one should be hurt in a mosque, a temple, a synagogue, or anywhere." Later, as everyone went outside, Abdullah shouted, "Come on, Liberty!" They ran across the park and climbed trees until it was time for the bus to leave. Liberty wondered if the 4 girls had played there together before Sunday school. The next day, the bus rolled on to another city. Miss Alia turned to Liberty. "We're here," she said. "Welcome to Montgomery, Alabama." "Whose house is this?" Liberty asked as everyone got off the bus in front of a small house with a large front porch. "When Dr. King was the pastor at Dexter Avenue Baptist Church, this was his family's home," said Miss Alia. "They had some happy times here, but the porch still has a hole in it left by a bomb. Thankfully, everyone was okay. Even in danger, Dr. King and his wife, Coretta, didn't let anything stop them from helping others." Liberty and Abdullah knelt on the porch and put their hands into the hole. How had Dr. King and his family been so brave? Liberty wondered. The next day was the one Liberty had been waiting for. The bus rolled on and on. Finally, she shouted, "I see it! There's the bridge!" "Yes, we're here," said Liberty's dad. "Welcome to Selma, Alabama." The bus stopped near one end of the bridge. As everyone got off, Liberty said, "Tell me again why this bridge is important, Dad." Her dad smiled. "A long time ago, brave women, men, and children crossed this bridge as they marched from Selma to Montgomery. They wanted to send a message that the laws of Alabama should be the same as those across America, which said that every citizen could vote. Some marchers were hurt by police officers who thought Black people shouldn't vote, but that didn't stop them. A few weeks later, they marched into Montgomery, 50 miles away. Black people can now vote in every state. This bridge is a symbol of everything people have faced to be seen as true Americans. It reminds us to be courageous as we work together to make our country better for all." Then he called out, "Let's march, everyone." Liberty and Abdullah grabbed the nearest hands as everyone began to cross together, just like the first marchers. As they walked, Liberty thought about all the places she had seen and the brave people she had heard about. Then she turned and looked behind her, just as she did on that first day on the bus. So many people, all different, traveling together. Liberty's dad looked around and said, "This is what America looks like." Liberty wasn't quite sure what that meant, but she liked how it sounded. Liberty smiled at her dad and said, "Maybe this is what love looks like too." When the road trip had started, she had known only a few people on the bus. Now they were all part of her family. She didn't know where they would travel next, but she knew that wherever they went together, love would take them there. And I will save this part, the note from the author, and more places and people from Liberty's travels for you when you get this book.